Good morning. Oops, I gotta plug in my computer. Sorry, I got very close to the microphone there. Probably was very loud. Let's make sure the microphone is all the way up. And let's find us and get the link out. Because it is Friday, girls and boys. Mostly girls. I don't think we have any guys right now who are joining us anymore. But you never know. All right. Good. We're good. Did I already say it's Friday? It's Friday. That means nothing to me because our week blends into our weekend, that blends into our week, that blends into crazy. So it does not matter anymore what day it is. Tammy says, sup. Sup with you, Tammy Lynn. My hands are cold. It's cold in this house. It's hot outside. I don't know. We have bats again. Yay, that's exciting. They're trying to get into the house. We were up half the night making sure they did not get into the house. And it's about time to begin. Good morning, Julie. And Bonnie. Did I say hi, Bonnie? My Bonnie lies over the ocean. My Bonnie lies over the sea. My Bonnie lies over the ocean. So bring back my Bonnie to me. I watched this girl yesterday paint oil paints again. And she sings as she paints. And she sings as beautifully as she paints. And I thought to myself, I'm never singing again. But I can't help it. I can't help it. Hi, Ange. What's up? Hi, Jan Marie. Not Jan Marie. Hi, Jan and Z. I have to make myself a note about Z. Okay. I wrote that note. I'm good to go. Hopefully she didn't see it. Bonnie said, I used to cry when someone sang that song to me when I was little. I bet. I'm sorry. Hi, Barbara and Debbie. Debbie, concert buddy, did you see? Hi, Arlene. Hi, Cindy. All right, let's just start. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the show, whatever it is. Welcome to the crazy Lindsay world of art. I was going to say history. There's no history involved. Where's this light go? There we go. Welcome to the show. And now for some shameless plugs. Jan, your middle name is Marie? Jan Marie. It goes together, right? Hi, Susan. Creator of Cuteness. That's the website. Wear it out. Please. You know how they say don't wear it out? I'm telling you what. You go ahead and wear that thing out. There's books there. There's collage elements there. There's classes. There's the lettering series. That's a 10-part class on lettering, which everybody always says, when are you going to teach lettering? Well, there's a 10-part series on it, and it's really good. Yeah, creatorofcuteness.com. Wear it out. Then guess what? Journal Playday is coming up again. It's the 21st quarter of Journal Playday. It's ready to sign up right now. As we speak, you can go over to the website at creatorofcuteness.com and sign up for the 21st quarter of Journal Playday. We have one coming up in March for our April book, in April for our May book, and in May for our June, right? Hi, Valerie and Shari. We make a new simple journal each month. You get 1 to 3 pieces of artwork from me each month, and I have a week to get that to you. And guess how much I've drawn this month? This much. This much. I really have to draw something. You're going to have something. Oy vey. And you get to use those art pages in your journal. And then we do a page or two. And then sometimes we learn a new tip or trick. Hopefully most times. More times than not. And that is Journal Play Day. And we've done it for 21 quarters times 3. 6. So 60 to 70 something quarters or classes. Geez Louise, I've done 60 of these. I need my head examined, really. Oh boy. Okay, well that's Journal Play Day. Next class that's coming up shortly, tomorrow, is the empty page class. It's a doodle journal workshop that goes in 6 sessions, but we have 3 and 3. So you'll sign up now for the first 3 and you'll get January, March, and May, because it's every other month. Kathy says, good morning. I'm not late. You were early. Oh, I love snarky. That'll get you everywhere, Kathy. And then you sign up for the next 3 if you like the first 3. If you didn't like the first 3, don't sign up for the next 3. It's $40 for the 3 classes. And you get traceable art from me every other month. We learn about mark making and tools and mediums, as well as exploring, lettering, quotes, stencils, and more. Oh, I'm frozen again. I don't know why it keeps freezing just on Facebook. Nowhere else. And so you supply your own journal. This is the journal that I am currently working in. It's a Stillman and Byrne journal. And this is what we did the first go round. We took this that I gave everybody and traced it into our journal. And then everybody got to do their own thing. This is what I did. And everybody's is different. I just give you the tools and my vast knowledge, which cracks me up, of how to do it. And then you do whatever you want. 10 a.m. Jan Marie. This is the artwork that you got for this page. So I took it and did it here, but then I kind of went off on my own tangent and did my own thing there. And I have to erase this right here because it's bugging me. I got pencil lines everywhere. Anyway, so I did that page. This page I did on my own. And then we are going to be doing this page in class. If you signed up already, you know about the homework that I posted for the first month. And some of you have used it already. I have not. So we're going to play with that in our journals. And in addition to that, you get this one for homework. It says, believe there is a great power silently working all things for good. Behave yourself and never mind the rest. This is a Beatrix Potter quote, and I forgot to put her name here. This one is Lennon and McCartney, Let It Be. I've been really into drawing vases of flowers lately. Every year around this time, I like to draw vases and flowers, it seems like. I froze again. I hate you, Facebook. You're really making me mad. And then this one, which I copied off of a cruel embroidery pattern at the whatever craft house, was so much fun. And this one, I also copied this quote from the whatever craft house. It says, the one thing that you can have that no one else has is you. Your voice, your mind, your story, your vision, your heart, your soul. So laugh and sing, dance and play, write and draw, create and build, love and shine. Stay true to yourself, embrace your inner beauty, and remember to live life as only you can. I love that quote. And this is what we're going to be working on in class, stuff using these pages. So we have homework, we have classwork, and then we have more classwork. Does that make sense? And then you have 2 months to work on your homework. And a lot of people have not even done their homework. They're just going for it. And that is fabulous. Do your own thing. I'm all about do your own thing. So, pretty exciting. All right. I hope the universe doesn't screw up your day either, Debbie. Because the universe is sucking right now, I've just got to say. All right. Here's where we are. We are here. We are doing flowers today. It's the 13th of March. Flowers. Next week, I am not looking forward to honeycomb. I am looking forward to plaid and splatter. Not looking forward to triangles or geometric. But over the weekend, if you want to continue working in your book, tomorrow is damask, and the next day is leaves. Let me tell you what. I don't think I will ever in my life draw anything damask, but I could come up with something with damask. Leaves, guess what Sunday is? Does anybody know what Sunday is? We'll see how well you know me. Sunday is my favorite day of the year. I hunker down. I get a lot of junk food and good food, like I make myself a poo-poo platter. I used to invite people over. But I don't like people coming over anymore. I just done with people. So it's just me, and it is what day? Academy Awards Day. It's Oscars Day. I love, love, love the Academy Awards. If you didn't know, I'm sorry. All right, we're going to do purples and blues and greens. And then we're going to do over-painting on top to show our flowers. It's called a paint over in the color meditation card. Jeez, Woody. All right. So I'm going to plop in my greens first, I think. Not everybody is an Academy Awards person, but I most certainly am. Just plopping in some greens. I'm going to get a couple different colors of greens. But there are certain people I want to come to my house, just not too many. Like yesterday, our doorbell rang and I was like, who is that? And it was our neighbor. And that was okay, because he came to talk to my husband about street stuff. Or no, actually, that's not true. He invited my husband to a poker game. And that's cool. See ya. Go play poker. So it wasn't for me. What is your pick for best movie? Well, I haven't seen them all because I'm not paying for some of them. One of them looks horrible, and I can't remember. I'll have to print out the list, and then I'll tell you. Usually I make an Academy Award sheet, but I did not do that this time, I'm sorry to say. But a lot of times we do an Academy Awards page. Oh, that is too dark. Don't like it. We're just covering this whole page. That's a good color. And if they blend together, well, so be it. Just got to get some colors down. I love the dark purple. Because we're going to try to find flowers within these colors. Oh, that's a cool color of purple. Am I too high up? It's really cold here. I'm sorry that I have a big bulky sweater on, but in my home, I'm freezing. Outside, I don't think it's that cold. But in here, it's cold. Today we take my mother-in-law to the DMV, and they're going to take her driver's license. That's the good news. The better news is that she has realized she cannot drive anymore, so good for her. The bad news is she doesn't want to get rid of her car because she loves it. She has a 1994 Cadillac, and it's her baby. When somebody gets that car, they're going to be so happy because she has taken... You know the story of the little old lady that has the car in the garage and then finally sells it, and the person that buys it is like, this is the coolest car ever. Yeah, this is that car. It's like, it looks like it just came off the showroom floor. That's how well she's cared for it. But she does not want to sell it yet. So we're picking our battles, and we're just going to let it sit in the garage. Don't care that much. I don't know where our drawing is going to come out on this. We may not end up with green for leaves, you know. We may not end up with blue for flowers. There is no rhyme or reason to how this all works. I do like some of the white showing. I'm going to leave that. Hers was much more saturated in color than mine will be because we're working fast. I think she went over it several times. You know what I mean? After it dried, she went back over it. But I don't think ours will do that. I don't think we'll get to that point because we have limited time. Oh, that is a really pretty color, whatever it is. It's a bluey, purpley. So yesterday, here's a good story. Atticus had his first t-ball practice, and the coach sat all the kids down and said, our team color is blue. What do you want your name to be? And so some kid, not Atticus, said bluebells. No, blue bulls. And the coach is like, blue balls? And the kid's like, no, blue bulls. And these are 5-year-olds. They weren't laughing, but all the parents were cracking up, thinking that the kid was saying blue balls. And the coach said no. And I thought that was so funny. But then Atticus, when he got there, he saw his buddy from school. And he goes, hey, Wyatt, what's up, bro? He's 5. Like, where did he learn what's up, bro? So funny. These kids are so funny. Cracks me up. All right, we're about done here because I got to blow dry it before we can put our white on, which is why I kind of went quick here. So funny. And then at dinner last night, I hope there's no kids watching. If there are, my apologies. Atticus called his father an a-hole. And then he made the sign for loser. So these kids must have sat on the playground yesterday and just, you know, taught each other everything they know. Dodo brains. Let's splatter a little. And let's do that darker blue in here in a little splatter. Oh, I need water. There we go. All right. I think we're done. Because what we really have to do is get it dry before we can cover it with white. And that's going to take a few minutes. So that's my fun Atticus story for the day. And then what? Oh, he did the L sign like this on his forehead for his dad. And he told his dad, loser. My son said they both almost lost their dinner. Kids say the darndest things, right, Art Linkletter? Remember Art Linkletter? Jewel says, oh, lovely weather keeps buffering on my end. It was buffering on my end, too, for a while, which is weird. Not the video part, but the playback through Facebook. So I know I've told you guys this before, but I always recommend letting this dry. I think they tried to explain it, Shirley. I think they said, that's not a very nice thing to say. And they asked Atticus if he knew what it meant, and he said, it means that you're mean. And Curtis said, but I didn't do anything mean. And then they explained, we don't use that word or any of those terms. Anyway, I would normally let this dry on its own. Do you see the saturation difference? Or maybe you don't, but her saturation is really good. She got some really good colors in here, probably because she let it dry on its own. I would normally let this dry on its own and then go over it again because it's really light, but for time's sake, we're not going to do that. Yeah, just this little spot right here, I think, is still wet. Okay, let's go back to this because I goofed and I have to do our card. So we want some purple and we want some blue of some kind. That's a good one. And then we're going to do a lighter blue. I don't even think I'm going to add the green in as a color. Those are going to be our circles for today. That's our color palette. I probably did this all the wrong way. You probably should create your color palette first and then go back and do your designs. But okay, so then what she did here, so you can see, is she went back and painted over. You could draw with, maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll draw with pencil and find our flowers first. And then we'll go back and add in the white. How about that? I think I'm going to do a ton of flowers. Might be easier, I think, if you do it this way. Then you're not really doing a whole lot of time searching for flowers. I'll do some hanging off the edge here. Another one over here that can spread over this page. Like that. We'll do one here, even though it's probably going to get covered up. Another little one here. And I kind of want one up here somewhere. Going off the edge again. I don't need too much over here because that's where this card is going to go, right? So now you can see the flowers with this white Prismacolor pencil. And I'm going to take something like this, just a scrap of paper. And I'm not using gesso, I'm using acrylic paint. I don't own any artist acrylic paint. I only own craft acrylic paint. So that's what we're going to use. And I'm just going to pour some out here because we'll need quite a bit. Probably good. And I'm going to use like this kind of brush. That's like a flat, round brush kind of. And I can decide if I want these leaves. I can paint them in, or I don't have to. So we'll find some leaves, but we're going to find the flowers. And it looks like this paint is not like gesso. I do have gesso. Maybe we'll try gesso. Maybe we'll mix the two. Because this is not going to be a nice solid. Well, I'll just go over it twice. I think that'll work. So will that pencil act as a resist? No, it just is going to get covered up with the white paint when you go over it. So here I'm going over the flowers. Let's see if I can come down a little bit further. That's as low as my camera will go. So I'm just using it as a pencil line to find the flowers. Make sense? I'm definitely going to have to go over this again. But I wanted to use a brush that kind of fills in. And it's picking up my watercolor a lot, which is okay. It's not horrible. It's kind of cool, actually. And then we have a flower petal here, a really big one. It's just easier when you have a kind of a pencil line and you're not going in completely blind as to where your flowers are going to go. You know? She did leaves, which was pretty simple. Oh, I want this leaf here. I do like the green leaves. Let me show you hers one more time. So this is what she did, right? So she didn't find flowers, she found leaves. We're trying to find flowers. And you can do whatever kind of flowers you want. I just did these. I'm really into these 4 and 5 petal flowers right now. It's all I'm drawing. They make me really happy. So if it makes you happy, right, Woody? Woody's not going to be happy today because he's going to get shaved. Don't tell him. Anyway, you see how this is working, right? I'm going to go back over a lot of this because it's got to dry down here. Oh, Shari likes the watercolor peeking through. Well, maybe then. I don't know. There's a leaf. I wish I had chosen a thinner brush, but it's okay. It's okay to turn your page. Turn your whole book. This is a tiny flower here. It's hard to get it all. I have a video that I'm going to share later on a card that I made for a neighbor who brought me flowers last week because she's just a sweet human. She came over with her little boy and said she had talked to Brent and he told her that I was having a hard time. And at first I was thinking I was going to get mad at him for telling her, but then why should I? It's very nice. We don't really know her. She is our street captain, what do you call it? Policeman, president. That's the word, president. And so we see her like once a year. But it was very nice of her. I like that greenish leaf right in there. Kind of cool. And I think I'm going to come back with a white pen and maybe add some detail with the white pen. Get a few more leaves there. Capture those leaves when you can. Yeah, she brought me beautiful daisies. I don't know what else. There was a rose. I don't know. They were just so pretty. And it was so, she knocked on the door and I thought, well, she's here to talk to us about the new fire program that we have going. But then she handed me a bouquet of flowers and said, these are for you because your husband said you were not doing good. And I'm like, I'm not doing good. And I started crying, and her little boy was there, and I'm like, pull yourself up, Lindsay. This kid doesn't need to see a crazy old woman cry. I did enough crying yesterday. We went to therapy. It wasn't our very first time going to therapy, but it was our first time in a long time going to therapy. And I think we have found our therapist. Do you know that just like a doctor, there are many types of therapists? And who would have thought we would have found one right down the street from our house? And the saddest thing is that 2 years ago, there was a huge fire. And this gal's house burned in the fire. So we're sitting there in her brand new home, which is her studio. And all I could think of was I wanted to talk to her about the fire and rebuilding. And I just felt so bad for them. They were the last house to burn. Can you imagine? The firefighters just couldn't get control. It was very scary up here. Hi, CJ and Lisa. Anyway, here's the thing. I'll tell you. Because we're a secret society here. Guess who talked the whole time? And guess who really needed to talk? And guess who really liked therapy now? He said, she was really nice. And I'm like, well, you didn't give her much time to speak. So that made me very happy to know that something I've been trying to do for years for him has worked. Not that I don't need it, but he needs it. Those are really pretty. They're looking good. And sometimes men just don't go to therapy, you know? Don't think they need a doctor. Don't think they need to go to the dentist. Not my husband. He knows about dentists. I do kind of like this patchy, not totally filled in white. We'll fill in some places and leave others. Okay, so over here we only have one flower, but we'll find this leaf because it is definitely right there. And we can find another one here, like that. Anyway, needless to say, we are going back. I will say this. The last therapy we tried was an online therapist during COVID called Talkspace. I can't tell you how much we hated it. It was awful. It did not help. So if you're thinking of doing online therapy, make sure you have a reputable person and company. It was just very expensive and stupid. So we cannot recommend Talkspace. All right, so I think we're gonna not fill this in over here. We're just gonna do some outlines. What is that white pen or marker? This is a brush, and I'm using acrylic paint. But the markers that I'm going to use are Panda Fly, and I agree. Most of them dry up really fast. Even the Panda Fly probably will dry up quickly, but they write so well when they're working that I certainly can recommend them. You know? Okay. I think that's all we need to do over there. And let's just go back and make sure I'm happy with all this white and make sure I don't have any big clumps of acrylic paint that are going to take a very long time to dry. There's one. Just going to spread it out. I think we're good. We're going to use that white pen that you were asking about in a second, Sally Ann. So stay tuned. This is kind of fun. I'm just going to try it. I don't know if that's going to dry on the acrylic or not. We'll see, won't we? I may end up blotting it off. Thank you. Denise says, that is so cool. Finding the right person is so important. It is. And I personally think I could go forever. But we were there 75 minutes, and I think I spoke for 15, maybe. Maybe not. It was so cute. And he apologized, and I'm like, please don't apologize. It was very important. You needed it. Oh, it is drying in there. Can you see those cool little blue dots? It's drying on top of the acrylic. And we're going to go back with a white pen. Let me show you the cool Panda Fly pen, Sally Ann. I think this is what we're going to use. These Panda Fly acrylic markers, because I think acrylic on acrylic should work well. I don't know if one is thicker than the other. We'll check it out here in a sec. Okay. Because this girl is like a traditional artist. I'm not going to say a true artist anymore. I'll say a traditional artist. And all she did was the paint over and the watercolor. But I'm going for this. Hopefully. It's not really smoothing it out too much. No, we may need black or another color. This is not doing what I hoped it would. I mean, it is filling it in a bit. You can see where it's like there. It outlined it pretty well. It is kind of. It's not doing exactly what I hoped for. But it's okay. It's not a horrible thing. It's a live and learn thing. We're learning as we are living. Oh, everything looks pretty good here. So I think I'm going for black. I know, I'm not sure, but how about gray? I think I'll use gray. This is a gray micron pen. Let's try gray. Let's try it over here first. Is this all dry? I hope. Oh yeah, this is way more Lindsay-ish. Makes me happier. Probably why I don't have commissions for $12,000. Because I gunk it up and make it cutesy-wootsy. But I do like it. Makes me happy. Sunshine on my shoulders makes me happy. That's much cuter to me. But it was certainly fun to do it her way. But I do like it this way. It just gives a little bit of whatever. Pizzazz. I don't know. Let's try it this way. Okay. Now I have a Posca pen, black. I'm going for big dots in the middle of our flowers. Probably going to do white inside those dots, but we'll see. Much happier with this. I love this hidden part right there. It's got several colors and it's really cool. Very cool. Might have to splatter again because that came out really cool. I don't know if I like the several outlines or just a single outline, but I do really like it. So there. We'll put more black in the center of these momentarily. It is good to me, it's good to see the flowers outlined. I can find them faster. And I do like the gray. Oops, now I got white on my micron pen. Come off. That'll ruin it, because that wasn't dry right there. Make sure if you get white acrylic on your pen like that, that you wipe it off quickly. I don't need to ruin any pens because I have taken a vow of no purchases unless something is dead, like tape, glue, a pen, but I don't want to do any more buying for the rest of the year. My goal. It's a good goal. Good goal. Oh, look at these teeny tiny leaves right here. They got really little, but they're really pretty. More here. This has a really big petal. Okay, well, I freaking love this page. Love it. Diana and Shirley both think my vow of no more purchases is crazy. Well, I mean, I've been buying so many art supplies just trying to find the ones I like the best. And I really do like what I have, and I use what I have, so I might as well use it up. And then, you know, I can buy more. Okay. I like it a lot. Now let's try a sparkle pop pen. And we'll outline the dots. Might be getting to be too much. Let's try the blue one. I do like it though. Ooh, yeah, that's pretty. I think I need more purple in the purple ones. So let's write the word flowers. Looks like an S, I know. Not anymore. I better write the whole word because I'm running out of room. I thought I had plenty of space here. Then I almost ran into that flower. Pretty. I don't know why I don't do this more. I really like this paint over thing. A lot of mixed media artists do it. Maybe that's why I don't do things that everybody else does. All right, let's use our dot pen, if we can, to go in the center of these black dots. This is from Pandafly. If you have not bought Pandafly pens, why not? They're cheap. I hate to use the word cheap, but they're cheap. And they work. Especially the white. Like, look. I'll put just some dots in here. Look how cool they are. Right? The dot pen is amazing. So cool. Awesome. So when I bought my last kit, I got the regular ones, this one, and that acrylic brush one. Where is it? And it was like $6 for 6 pens or something. Cheap. I'm talking cheap. Do you remember what white you used to make the waves on the wave page? Yeah, that was a Pandafly. That was the regular Pandafly highlighter pigment ink pen. But it comes in the set. Oh, it's a white gel pen, it says. But it comes in the set with the rest of these. So if you buy the set of 6 or whatever it is, you get all these different ones. They're fabulous. I cannot say enough about Pandafly pens. All right, let's go back here because now we need to make a little pocket so this can go in. So I'm hoping to do another one like this. This came out so cool, by the way, I think. I'm going to get vellum, I hope. Just a moment. Okay, that's super cool. This vellum has polka dots, and I think that's going to be awesome because it'll be see-through-y. And we're going to go to 5.5 inches, approximately, maybe 5 1/4 by 5 1/4. And then we're just going to cut, hold on the diagonal this way to make a diagonal pocket. So now we have, like, you know, when your mom used to cut your sandwiches in triangles, and it's just going to go there. So this will slide into there like that, if all goes well. But see how pretty? I can only find this polka dot vellum at Hobby Lobby, I'm sorry to tell you. So if you're looking for it, Hobby Lobby is your place. And when I go to Hobby Lobby, which isn't very often, I buy like 10 sheets. And it's not ever on sale that I've found. Come on, glue. And a very thin bead of glue. Scooch, escuche. Oh, Denise says I'm being very artsy today. I like that. So this is going in this way, or I could put it in this way. This way. Okay, well, that makes me very happy because then we can see my page and we can see her page, but I don't think I'm done. I'm almost done. But I think I need a few Lindsay dots. Just a few. Let's take you out because I might need some over here. I like that gray marker that I use, the Micron, because it kind of looks like a pencil. And I do like the Sparkle Pop pen down there. Can you see the sparkle in it? I don't know. Probably not. It's hard to see it. One thing I am glad I did with this page is I'm glad I added in those black splatters because they really look good on the background. Well, kids, I think I am done. So there's our page. And I'm early. Oh, wait, we have to add this. Hold on. Oh, but wait. I'm going to cut this. And we're going to add some flowers into it. white flowers. I think we'll do it that way. Or maybe we'll do it that way. Yeah, I don't know yet. Let's draw our flowers and our colors. 5 petal flowers. Nothing very fancy. And we'll add some dots to the center. And then I have to glue it somewhere. Rebecca says, I'm having so much fun with the color palette cards. Well, good, since it's your prompt. I'm glad. I'm thinking maybe a paper clip. Let's see if that works. A blue metallica. Blue metallica. Oh, I do like that. But wait. We haven't done anything a little crazy in here, so I'm going to take a bit of ribbon, slide my clip out, and slide this in, if and I can. Come on, you guys. Come on, you ribbons. Oh, I fastened it too soon. Now we have a fancy paper clip. I'll slide that down so it doesn't go anywhere. And that is stinking cute. Am I right? Am I right? I am. I don't even want to put this in, but it should go. And it does look kind of cool. Maybe we should put it that way. Kind of like it. I don't know. I'm having fun. I'm going to keep it that way. All right, so now we have our color palette. We have our card, our paint over card, and we have our flowers. And we used acrylic paint, watercolor, sparkle pop pens, white panda fly pens, gray micron pens, and black micron pens. I like it without it also, Sally, but I want to keep, I've kept all the cards in so far. Because the one I hate the most in is, hold tight, we're going to get there. That one. Because this looks so good, but this card, neither side matches. Really bothersome to me. But whatever. All right, well, I won't see you tomorrow unless you're in Journal Play Day. So if you are going to continue on with the weekend, you can do damask on Saturday, or damask, I don't know how you pronounce it, and leaves on Sunday, or do nothing. And then we'll meet again on Monday when I'm going to reluctantly do honeycomb. I'm not excited about it, but I do have a thought. So I'll take pictures of this, and I'll see you guys on tomorrow if you're in Journal Play Day, or Monday if you are not. Okay? Have a great weekend. Love y'all. Bye. Oh no, it's not Journal Play Day. It's Empty Page. Ugh. It's the Empty Page class tomorrow. Don't come thinking that you're going to be in Journal Play Day. It's the Empty Page class. Okay. Love you. Sorry. I am nothing if not flawed. Bye.